One, two, three. Okay, so tonight we're going to be looking at a couple of interesting things, which is we're going to be looking at 2023, what it's about, how it's going to affect you, and what you can do about it. Now, next week, since I've been off for a while, I'm going to try and catch up a little bit on some of the stuff that I've been missing out on. So next week, we're going to take a whole look at 2023, and we're going to go through an overview of predictions with regards to the full year, predictions month by month, and predictions for you. What we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and all the rest of that good stuff. Please tune in. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. But for now, we're going to look at balance in 2023. It's only about 2 weeks away, so let's get at this, shall we? All right, the first thing we're going to look at is there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of opportunities coming up for 2023. These opportunities include the idea of traveling, changing work. It's basically about you going out and facing your challenges, facing what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to get there. For some of you, this is not going to be easy. But for others of you, it'll be a walk in the park because you've done the prep work. And tonight we're going to show you what you can do to get the prep work done to complete the question, why are you here? Okay, so we're going to actually go ahead and give you that why are you here tonight. And then we're also going to take a look at not only your purpose, which is why you're here, we're also going to take a look at the people around you. And are these people going to serve you and be good with you in 2023? And then the final thing is the place. So we're going to go the person, the people, and the place tonight. And in order to do that, we're going to have to look at your talents, where you thrive, where you're going to succeed, upcoming opportunities, all that good kind of stuff. That should be pretty easy. The financial situations for 2023 don't look so great. They look like they're going to keep raising interest rates, which is going to cause some financial difficulties for a lot of people. But for people that have it together, it's not going to be a problem. And hopefully you're going to be one of those people that have it together. And I know a lot of you are fearful of money and what's going to be happening. You don't really have to be, okay? You can play the game such that the higher interest rates and things like that, they can actually work for you and not against you. The higher prices can actually work for you. You can demand more, okay? And it's just about you getting in the right place to ask for what it is that you really, really want in this life, okay? All right, let's see, what else? I need you to also think about taking a leap of faith emotionally and getting rid of all the things that really do not serve you, including the people that cannot, will not, and do not love you back. 2023 is going to be a really good time to where if you see something that doesn't work, get rid of it. It's going to be a paring down year. Every year we cut back the rose bushes. Every year they bloom that much more. Every year I cut my hair. Every year it grows back. 2023 is going to be basically how you do paring back, what you do to pare back, how you pare back, and dealing with the things that are truly important to you. Somebody sent me something recently, and it said, at a certain point, you reach a certain age where you're just not impressed by very much. And I thought that was just the biggest and stupidest thing I've ever heard, because the older I get, the more I'm impressed. The more I learn, the more I grow, the more I'm able to appreciate mathematics or art or food or culture or even the simple acts of kindness. So if you're one of those people where I'm not impressed by much, you're not an impressive person. It's like the old saying goes, if you're bored, you're probably boring. And if you're not impressed, you're probably not impressive. I don't think a wild bull elephant thinks of itself as unimpressive. I think it considers itself to be a bull elephant, which in any circumstances is damned impressive. Sunsets. Vintage wines, wines that you drink with friends. I can give you 10,000 examples of fun and impressive things to do that people would wish they could do with you right now. So let's get to some of those. All right, so 2023, okay? It's going to be all about eating well, working out, and meditating. I know I may sound like a broken record to some of you, but you know what? If you eat like crap, you will feel like crap. If you don't work out, you will be unhealthy and your body will break down and you will feel like crap. If you don't meditate, those squirrels will be running around loose in the attic and you will, what? Feel like crap. Yeah, feel like you're going crazy. So, eating well means try and eat smaller portions more times a day. For those of you who are up for it, try a little bit of intermittent fasting. We don't need to be food puppets for the food industry and just eat all the shit that they tell us to just because it's going to make them a hell of a lot of profits. You don't need to be that person, okay? You need to be a person who's going to be a lean, mean fighting machine. And for that to happen, you're going to need to obey these following rules. 1, if you eat it, make sure you would want somebody else to eat it too. So in other words, if you're eating it, would you want you to serve that to your 5-year-old? Ask yourself, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Okay? 2, work out. If you don't, nobody else will. The only person that can work out for you is you. It's on you. You cannot get there without working out. The release of stress, the health benefits are incalculable. Okay? Last one, meditation. I can't meditate is what people always tell me. I don't want to meditate. Walking meditations work for a reason. If you want to know what a walking meditation is, Google walking meditation. It will show you. All you need to do is a couple of steps a day. 2 minutes can change your whole outlook, your whole life, your whole attitude, and make a world of difference. Okay? So again, what is it? It's eat well, it's work out, it's meditate in 2023 as much as you can. Because 2023 could be stressful. It talks about 2023 being one of those situations where you go to battle, you go to war. But if you're prepared, it's thrilling, it's invigorating, it's exciting. And battle and war, for some people, will be actual battle and war. For other people, it will be like a game. It will be a business situation where you're going into a business situation to compete. For other people, it will be going out and finding friends, friendships, and connecting with people again. It's going to be something different for everybody. And as much as I'd like to tell you what yours is going to be, I can't because this is a general broadcast. Send me an email if you want, and I can probably pin it down for you. Send it to Todd at Todd Hershey, or just go to the website, toddhershey.com, and you can figure it all out from there. Okay? All right. So 1, 2, 3, find balance with me. Okay? Or finding balance in 2023. Those numbers are not insignificant. 1, 2, and 3 are all very significant. 1, when you have one person or one thing, that one entity will be about itself. 1 is a dictator. 1 is a me, my, I'm going to do what I want, when I want, where I want, how I want. Be careful of ones. 2023 is a bad time to be a 1, and you want to stay the hell away from the ones. 2. 2s are always usually 2 people. Those are always people who are in conflict, fighting, my way, your way. Okay? They don't work. 2s in 2023 of right, wrong, good, bad, yes, no, this Republican, Democrat, all that crap, horrible. Okay? Does not work worth a damn. Okay? Because what happens is that your left hand beats the hell out of the right hand, and the right hand is now broken, and you can't actually take a shower anymore because your right hand is broken. Stupid. Or you cut off the right hand and you bleed to death, and the left hand's dead too. Do not be binary this year coming. Okay? 2023, horrible year to be binary. 3 is where you will find balance. The founding fathers of the United States realized this. They thought one guy would be a dictator. They thought 2 parties, only 2 parties. That wouldn't be such a great idea. They were worried that they were going to get locked up against each other and just say to hell with the country, and I only care about my party. Pretty incredible that they were able to see that all those years ago, and guess what? They were right. So they decided to create a country based upon 3. They created a congressional, a judicial, and an executive branch. Because they knew with 3, nobody would have, shall we say, power over another person. Breaking it up by 3, no one can really get over on the other person. You want that 3. You want 3 in your life. Okay? Samples of 3 are Father, Son, Holy Spirit, id, ego, superego, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, whatever you want to do. The law of 3 will bring you balance. And balance is what we're really looking for in 2023. So look for the balance. Also, in relationships, you want to have 3 people in any and every relationship. There is you, there is me, and there is us. You got to think about yourself. You got to think about the other person, and you got to think about what it's going to do to the two of you. You may want to go for a week in Vegas. What does that do to the other person? What does that do to the relationship? Think beyond yourself. Think beyond the other person. Think of us, the other person, and yourself. You have to think in threes. If you're going to survive and thrive, then you want to think in threes. It's not just you or me. It's not just me. It's all of us together, working together. There's a lot of people who are really sick and tired of this duality thing, including myself. Think beyond the duality. Go beyond. If you do, you'd be amazed at what you'll find. Go to the next level. And the next level is what? Finding your purpose. Now, I have for a long time been saying, okay, what is your purpose? Okay? How do you find your purpose? Well, here's one way to find your purpose. There you go. Now, I've offered to, have you fill these things out, and, I'll read them back to you, and it'll help you with finding out your purpose. And here's the fun part. You don't get a gold medal by sitting on your ass. You don't figure out your purpose by just going, I don't know what it is. You actually have to put time and energy into it. You don't get to play Carnegie Hall just because you picked up a violin one day. You have to put time and energy into it. Life is what you give out and get back is kind of a reciprocal thing. Who you give it out to. For example, I gave and I gave and I gave, but still my rock wouldn't move. No matter how much I coaxed it or urged it to move, it still would not move. Because what I was doing was I was urging something that couldn't move to move. And by rock, I mean some relationships, people. I think you know those people in your life. And you can coax them all you want to, and you can spend all that time, energy, money, and it will all go to waste. And you will look at me and you will say, but I gave and I gave and I gave, and I will say, yeah, but you gave to a rock, a one, somebody that only cares and thinks about themselves. And if that's the case, then you're the fool. And I know I'm not supposed to call people fools because it's politically incorrect, but if you're doing stupid things, then kind of intimates that you're stupid. And there's a difference between stupid and ignorant. Ignorant is, I didn't know. I didn't realize. I'm in a foreign country. I didn't realize I was off limits. I was ignorant to your customs. I apologize. Stupid is, I know about it. I know I'm smuggling heroin in Southeast Asia. That's bad. That's on me. You get caught doing that, you're going to spend time in jail, and some serious time, some bad time. And you don't want that. So one of the things you want to do is that you want to find your purpose by actually putting in the time and energy in the right way with the right people at the right place. And in order to do that, you're going to have to look at this idea of doing the pyramid and then asking yourself in a meditation while you're looking at this stuff, who am I? And write it down. Who am I physically? Who am I emotionally? Who am I mentally? Where do I want to go? Here, for example, this right here. If you just do anything, take a screenshot of this, and I want you to go ahead and fill out one word for your physical world, one word for your emotional world, one word for your mental world, one word for your spiritual world. And then under this, just one word. And underneath that, describe the energy that you want to have. Describe the form that you want to have. Describe how you want to be in the world. Describe the resistance you're looking to face, and describe how that's going to come together for you. So in other words, up here in this line up here, talk about what is. In this line, talk about what you would like to see. And it is in the balancing of these two lines that you will actually find the purpose of your life. Remember, the purpose of your life is not to be rich. The purpose of your life is not to be beautiful. The purpose of your life is not to be whatever. The purpose of your life is to become the very best person based upon what you have inside of you. I was never going to be a jockey. I was never going to be a starting center for a professional basketball team. I was never going to be the MIT professor of physics. But I have other things inside of me that allow me to be the very best version of me. And that is the purpose of your life, to be the best version of yourself. Okay? And the meaning is what you put forth, where you put your time and energy when you do. So let's say we've got, the energy that you want to, you're going to apply it to the physical world. What form is that going to come out? Once you do, then emotionally, you better be ready to deal with the fallout of that. Why? Because people hate it when other people change. When you become a different person, it bothers them. Okay, just be ready for that. So basically, the other emotional situations, that's how they're being. Ask, is it what they're doing, or is it what you're doing? Is it what they're being, or is it what you're being? Because what you're being matters more. Okay? And that's what mentally you have got to keep in mind. Because you will face resistance on your spiritual path. And the difference, not the difference, but the working out of the resistance on your spiritual path with who you are will create a fusion and make you stronger. Now, I'm not a person who believes that, if it doesn't kill me, it only makes me stronger. I think that's absolutely stupid. I think you break my femur and I'm not stronger. My femur's now broken. I think age doesn't make me stronger. I think it makes me older. I think that there's a lot of stupid platitudes that in 2023 we kind of need to chuck out and just, let them go. Okay? So remember, you're a fusion of everything that you've come before you or you've interacted with. That has been your spiritual path. Now your resistance is going to be one of a mental nature, which means how are you limiting yourself? What are you telling yourself that isn't true? Find that out, because that's what you're being, and we don't need that. Emotionally, you need to take a form that is going to be healthy and positive. So physically, you can produce that kind of energy. When you do that, then guess what's going to happen? All kinds of wonderful things are going to happen for you in the physical world, in the emotional world, in the mental world, and in the spiritual world. And that's going to set you off on your path. That is your purpose. Okay? This, I can name my purpose in a word, is great for those of you who can do it. But for those people, for most of them, it took years and years and years. And I've heard it say, my purpose is mothering. My purpose is entrepreneurship. My purpose is mathematics. Find your purpose in music. Find your purpose in love. Most people don't know their purpose because most people are too afraid to actually say, this is who and what I am. But don't be. Because nobody's going to judge you. You don't even have to judge yourself. What other people think of you, remember, is none of your damn business. So go for it. All right, I'm going to remove this. Here's the pyramid. Here's basically what you can do to figure things out. Go ahead, go to the website, toddhershey.com. It's right here. You'll be able to look it up as to how you can use that. There's videos and everything else there. Real simple. Okay? Real simple. That's a little bit about your purpose. Okay? Remember, when you know who you are, you know what to do. When you know what you're doing and you're doing it, then that's who you are. That's being. That's living your purpose. And that's just the highest of all available reasons to live, is to just be who you are. And when you are being available as yourself, your authentic self, your genuine self, you'll be amazed at how valuable you are. And when you are valuable, put yourself into valuable places, which means what? Which means find the people that are going to appreciate you. Find the people who like you, love you, understand you. Okay? After you, excuse me for one sec. After you've looked at your personality, your being, your purpose, then you're going to have to share that with people. And if you're going to share that with people, find the kind people, not the assholes, not the jerks, not the people that want to tear you down to their level, because I guarantee you there's going to be more of them than people that want to help you up. Remember, this with the hands is good, not this. Somebody's doing this, they're holding you down. Somebody's doing this, they're helping you up. You want hands up. Find the kind people. And you can always find the kind of people because you can look at the people and look at who they surround themselves with. Are the people that they surround themselves with kind? Or are they liars? Or are they mean-spirited? Are they saying nasty things? Are they, if they're gossiping about that person, I can guarantee you they're gossiping about you. Look around. Find the kind people. You can see it in their eyes. Okay? Also, a couple of things that differentiate kind people between bogus people. Kind people can say 3 things very easily. Kind people can say, 1, I love you. Kind people can say, I was wrong. And kind people can say, I'm sorry. If they can't say, I love you, I was wrong, and I'm sorry, blow them the hell out of your life. They don't deserve to be there. Because you know what? We all make mistakes, so we all can be wrong. And when we're wrong, we need to do what? We need to apologize. You learned that in kindergarten. And the last one is, if they can't say, I love you, because they don't have any love for themselves, or they just don't want to, then that's a relationship in which you're going to basically try and give everything to a rock. And you'll get nothing in return. And that's just a gigantic waste of your time and energy if you plan on actually living life, as opposed to surviving it, which, yeah, you can do that. That's up to you. But if you want to thrive, not just survive, but thrive, find the people that love, and the ones that love you for being who you are. Ones that will actually do things that, well, sometimes aren't right. They're wrong. But at least they can admit mistakes, because they're not narcissistic pricks who can't admit to doing things wrong, because narcissists can't admit when they did things wrong, because they can never do anything wrong. Blow them out of your life. And finally, they can say, I'm sorry. Because sometimes we do step on people's toes, and we don't mean to. A lot of times we're just learning a new dance, and those toes get stepped on. But if you look across and the person's smiling at you, hell, I could have my toes stepped on 1,000,000 times by some people, and it still wouldn't bother me as long as I could see the smile and look in their eyes. That's all that matters to me. Find those people. But where? Where am I going to find them? The place, right? Well, I got news for you. It's not so much about the place. It's about basically you being you. When you're being genuine and authentic, you know kind of what you want to do and where you want to go. So let's say that you want to ride dolphins. Okay, great. You want to ride dolphins. You want to be a marine biologist. Do you set up shop in Antarctica or Hawaii? Think about it. Which do you think you'll get more dolphin action? Probably Hawaii. I want to be fabulous and I want to work in fashion, so I'm going to go to Bakersfield, California. Is there fashion in Bakersfield? Yes, there is. Is there more fashion in New York, Milan, Paris? Yeah. More stiffer competition? Yeah. So ask yourself, where are you in the food chain? Where are you on the ladder? Are you just starting out? Or are you midway? Or is this the final act? Now, personally, I'm going into my final act. 3-act play. Life is a 3-act play in my mind. You got 1 to 30 is your first act. Or 0 to 30 is your first act. 30 to 60 is your second act. 60 to 90 is your last act. First act is about growing. Second act is about being. Third act is about returning and giving back. Full cycle. The big circle. So for me, my life and my purpose is to give back, hence these videos. What are you doing? Are you a singer? Maybe it's your voice that you give. Are you somebody who works at a spa and takes care of people and helps heal the bruises and everything else and gives them a momentary respite out of life to realize that, yeah, I do deserve some nice things and some healthy stuff for myself? Fantastic. Where can you do that? And open your eyes, because the world is filled with all kinds of places. The problem is that most people go through life like this. Not like this. We need to open our eyes, open our minds, open our hearts to the people and things that serve us, and basically defend ourselves from those that don't. I'm not a big believer in letting people walk over me. I don't like it. And I'm willing to stop that from happening. All right. Now, we're going to look at one last thing tonight, which is what act of life are you in? Are you in 1, 2, 3? Are you just learning a skill? Have you been doing this skill for a while? Is it time for you to get an apprentice? I know a guy, he's an electrician. It's phenomenal. He's my age. And he gets a new kid every year to teach. And at the end of the, he brings him in and he says, I'm going to give you 1 year to learn. At the end of the year, you're gone. It's an apprenticeship. He still keeps a couple of them around. They're really good. But he's giving back. You start, you work at it, you get good, and then you give back. In 2023, it's about giving back. It's about taking the things that you know, the skills and talents that you know, and give them back. If you play guitar, hell, you play better than somebody else, put up a sign that says guitar lessons. If you cook, you can take care of somebody's dinner. You're older, you can watch somebody's kid. You're just starting out. For God's sakes, go to school. 2023 and finding balance is about finding the right set of circumstances that fit you. And what's going to fit you and what's going to look fabulous on you is you doing what's right for you in a way that promotes your health, happiness, and well-being. Because 2023, there will be parts where it's a bitch when they raise those rates again and things get more expensive. But when you raise your value, the raising of the rates won't matter. You won't care how much gas costs if you're making $250,000, $275,000 a year. Whether it's $3.20 or $4.95, you could care less. And that's what these are about. It's about raising your value. And I hope you can see your value because it's there, I promise you. All right, that's it for tonight. I did my half hour and I'm not supposed to do any more. So thank you all for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the website at www.toddhershey.com or todd@toddhershey.com with an email. That's it. I wish you the best of luck. And if I don't talk to you again, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Take care all. Bye-bye.